Butchers. I hope you're having a great evening. I'm out in the shop. Shop dog is running around the backyard barking at deer and whatever else. And when I set up my shop, I had all my lighting sort of figured out. I worked on this kind of stuff up here. Basically just some LED strip lighting. I don't know if you can see up there. I had the electrician put some plugs in the ceiling so I could just plug stuff in, and it's all good. It's been working good. But I kind of got this one area here that is dead. It's dark, and for whatever reason, I have been putting some of my more important tools there. So, got the drill press, got my spindle sander, got my sander that everybody hates, the rigid one. Don't know why everybody hates it. I got my bandsaw over here. Now the bandsaw, I did hook up, let me reach in here, with some LED lights underneath. Works good. Lights up the bandsaw nicely, but it doesn't do anything for the rest of the corner. I also have this little guy. I just put some LED things onto here. Hey, there's a shop dog. Hey Rexy, come here bud. Yeah, he listens like a brick. Anyways, so I can reposition this wherever I want it. Kind of AKA a bit of a Adam Savage-y kind of thing. Works good. But for the rest of it, it just doesn't light up. Now, you have probably seen on my drill press, I have dedicated lighting for that. That works great, but again, it doesn't really light up any other areas. Fantastic for the drill press, but not the other parts. So, in the vein of what I did with the drill press, let's see if I can look up here. I created these things. So basically they're some type of studio light extension arm thingy with some off-road, I guess they were just from Princess Auto. Like everything comes from Princess Auto basically. Some off-road light strips. So I had a couple of them and I thought, well, let's see how this works. Now, I'm not overly fantastic excited about it, but if I click this button, they come on. And they work fantastic. The neat thing is, if I want lighting somewhere else, they're on hinges. So I can actually bring my lighting all over here. So as you saw in the last video, this is where I reviewed that thingamajigger for the drill. I can now light this much more easily, and I have my other studio lighting I can use. The other thing that I have is my miter saw. Now, I have the dedicated lighting for that. Let's get that going here. But it just gives me the, there we go. It just gives me that line. So if I want, how am I going to do this? Come over this way. Oh, there's a shop dog barking away. If I want, I can move this one over this way, and all of a sudden, I have better lighting over my chop saw. I'm not going to be lighting all of this all at once, but this works great. Now, putting this all together, yeah, it's a bunch of spaghetti here. I'm just going to move these guys around. So I have them both kind of working off of one of these 24 volt power bricks. Don't go 12 volt, it's going to be yanking a ton of amperage, but 24 volt works pretty good. And then it runs over to one of these little switches. I'm not entirely excited about this. And I think at some point in time what's going to happen is I'm going to make a dedicated little cutout here and put, you know, a better switch for that. Runs up into this Piscetti, where I basically use one of these things to split it off. Yeah, it's not fantastic, but it doesn't get warm. Apparently I'm within the ratings of everything. Went up to here, sleeved. On this one I sleeved just a regular chunk of sort of 18 gauge wire. Brought it all the way out to the end. And it just connects up there. On the other one over here, let's come around this way. I got some basically 18 gauge sort of coiled wire. It was off of a power supply with the coiled wire thing, and I made connections and stuff like that. That was the first one I did, thinking I was pretty smart that way. It wasn't fantastic, but it works. And again, more cable sleeving and stuff like that. The other thing that's neat about these things, I'll reach up here. Oh, they have basically a little clamp. There we go. Oh, come on. Hey, clamp. And then if I want to, I can extend them out. So basically, I can have them all different ways. That works out really good because now I can push this one more over top of that sander. And I can stretch it out a little bit further, and it lights that up beautifully. So that's working really good. Now, the other challenge was, how the heck do I connect them? On this one, I just took a big old flat washer, drilled a hole in it, put a bolt through it, and the bolt kind of ties in. There's a, if you can see, there's a basically a whatchamadoodad to tighten it down. So the bolt's in there, and yeah, it works good. A couple bits of chain onto the other parts here. I like this because it's a bit more flexible, but I can't adjust how it sits. Now on the other one, let's go over here. I did something a little different. Again, just experimenting, see how things work. On this one, I used a standard end that comes with it, with a 1/4 on the end, bit of aluminum, lock washer, and then I just drilled some holes, some wing nuts. Some people call me a bit of a wing nut. And on this one, I can actually adjust it and it'll stay. So if I want it angled from one angle or the other, it'll work that way. I might convert the other one over to this design. We'll see. The other thing that's pretty neat is that these things actually have an angle component. So if you twist this, you really need both hands with this. If you twist this knob, you can move it up or down. And that's kind of neat too, because then what I can do is I can focus it really where I need it. But I don't know. I hope this inspires you to do something. If you need some dedicated shop lighting that can be more mobile and sort of adaptable, here's an idea. Wait for these things to come on sale on Amazon or Princess Auto or Craigslist or whatever the heck, you know. And I'll try and find some links for these things. I don't do the affiliate link thing, but whatever. Oh, also for this part, I just cut some 45s and made it so that they kind of offset each other and they're screwed in. Works good. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you all later. Oh, go out in your shop, make a mess, do something stupid.